A lot of times people reach out to me and they're like, hey, we want to move to Chattanooga, but we absolutely love mountain views. We want to live somewhere that's by the mountains, has a lot of trails, a lot of hiking. And in today's video, we're going to discuss an area that I think would be perfect if you love mountain views. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Living in Chattanooga, Tennessee. My name is Junior Francica and I'm an agent here in Chattanooga. Now, if you're looking to move to the area or you have questions that I do not answer in this video or any other videos, please feel free to reach out to me to the number on your screen. Feel free to shoot me a text or give me a call. I would absolutely love to help you move to the area. So that being said, let's get back to today's video. So today's area, we're going to talk about Lookout Valley in Hamilton County. Now, this is kind of it's not really small, it's a decent sized area, and it's on the left borderline of Hamilton County, right in between Lookout Mountain and Elder Mountain. It kind of sits right in the valley in between both mountains, and it's absolutely beautiful in this area. If you're looking to live somewhere that has gorgeous mountain views, kind of any park, any trail, anything you kind of go to, you have surrounding mountains around you, this is definitely a place that you should consider. And also, just a quick fun fact is that once you pass the Lookout Valley, you actually go into the next county over, which is Marion County, and that's the divide between the Eastern time zone and the Central time zone. So right past the Lookout Valley, you're actually going to go into Central time zone. So just a cool fact, that's actually the line marker right after Lookout Valley, leaving Hamilton County into Marion County. All right, so the first thing that we're going to discuss, kind of like always, is the housing prices, or how much do homes cost in this area. As of April 2022, the median price point was $415,000. And then fast forward a year later to April of 2023, the median price point is about $514,000. That's about 21.5% appreciation. The area is growing like crazy. Something to note is that the price point in this area is kind of going up pretty fast, because there is a subdivision called Black Creek. It's a huge planned master community, and they're still building, they're still growing. They have hundreds of homes still to build, and a lot of the houses in this area is well over $500,000. So just note that in this area, in this subdivision, you have homes well above $500,000. So it does pull the median price point up, but you can also find homes in the 3, 4s, and maybe even $200,000 range in this area. But that's just something for you to take into account. And just so you can compare, the median price point for a home in Hamilton County is actually $340,000. So it is above the median price point of the county. But just note that a lot of that higher price does come from this huge master plan subdivision in the area. Next, we're going to discuss things to do in the area, but stick around, because at the end, we're going to discuss the best things about the area and the worst things. And I really think that you should really know one key flaw of the area, and we're going to get to that at the end of the video. One of the things that I kind of mentioned in the intro of this video is the mountain views. Obviously, with the mountain comes the outdoor and the nature and the beautiful surrounding that this area has. So with that, you have a lot of parks in the area. A really beautiful park that I love to go with my family is called Reflection Riding, which is at the base of Lookout Mountain. So literally at the very base, you look up and you have the mountain as the backdrop. I'll actually put a video on a screen of me and my family just walking the trails here just the other week. It's absolutely beautiful. They have a lot of things and programs going on in this area, in this park. They have a local nursery where they actually sell plants that are indigenous to the area. They also have a lot of rental spaces for weddings, for parties or gatherings that you want to hold in this park. It's a 300 acre park, and it's absolutely massive and beautiful. Another cool thing that they have here is a lot of guided hikes, and they also have a lot of science school programs that they can actually have live native animal showcases for you or your kids if you're homeschooling, or actually schools will actually come to this area for these kind of programs. Another cool thing is that they have a huge 3-mile gravel loop in the park. So if you like to run or jog or just go for a walk, it's a nice huge 3 mile loop that kind of goes in between the trees, so you have a lot of nice shade, but you can also have a beautiful scenery of the mountain, Lookout Mountain itself. And it also has a 10-mile trail that connects to a national park that can actually hike all the way up to Lookout Mountain. So if being outdoors and hiking and biking and just going for walks is something that you enjoy, this is an awesome park to have in the area. Another cool park that they have in the area is RACOON Mountain, which has a bunch of mountain biking and walking trails. Something else that you're visiting to the area, maybe you have an RV or you just want to rent a little cabin, they have RACOON Mountain Caverns and Campground. They actually have caves here that you can go and pay to go into. I believe the rule is that if you have little kids, they must walk by themselves. You can never carry them. And I believe it's because sometimes you go through little crevices and you can't really hold a little baby or a little kid through those crevices. They have to be able to walk by themselves. But it's a really cool experience to go into these caves. And right next to the entrance of this cave, you have this really nice campground where you can park RVs. They have these small, tiny, almost like tiny house cabins that you can rent out. Very inexpensive. I believe they're $70 a night. And if you're in this RV, you also have access to a fitness center, a dog park, and they also have a pool. So if you're visiting in the summer and you have an RV or you stay at these cabins and you just want to have an outdoor pool, this is a great place to visit so that you can explore all of Chattanooga and stay in Lookout Valley. Now, all that stuff is located right in Lookout Valley, but the great thing about Lookout Valley is that you kind of have this kind of mountain country feel, but you're super close to downtown Chattanooga. So you're about like 8 minutes from downtown Chattanooga. You're about 8 minutes from Ruby Falls, which is on top of Lookout Mountain, which also has Rock City Gardens, which is another beautiful place to check out when you're in the area. If you just want a touristy thing to do, it's about 8 to 10 minutes from Lookout Valley as well. Also, another thing to take into account is that the Tennessee River kind of flows along this area, so there's a bunch of boat ramps and places if you have a pontoon boat or a regular boat or paddle boarding and you just want to get into the water. There's a bunch of boat ramps that you have access to in this area. But all in all, if you just love the outdoors, you want a bunch of hiking trails or places to go with your kids, or you just like access to the water, you like being close to downtown, but at the same time living a little bit more country feel, this is a great option for you in Lookout Valley. Want to touch on jobs or local economy. I'll be honest, there's not probably a lot of employment here other than Walmart or small stores like that. For the most part, if people live here, they either work in downtown or work in different parts of the county. Again, you're only about 8 minutes to downtown, so you're probably 12 to 15 minutes to the big hospital systems. We have Memorial Hospital, Erlanger Hospital, and Park Ridge Hospital as well. And just something to note for hospitals, you would be maybe 15 minutes, like I mentioned, to the big hospital systems, but we do have smaller hubs all over the county. But in this area, we don't really have a hub. You would probably have to drive 10 to 15 minutes to the main hospital. Something to mention, if you have done your research or you're looking for a natural medicine or natural hospital type setting, there is Wildwood, which is a lifestyle center just over the border into Georgia, right next to Lookout Valley. That's something that I get questions about as far as, is there a natural lifestyle hospital type thing in the area? And that's right next to Lookout Valley. So just wanted to touch on the hospital things, but as far as the jobs or local economy, not a lot to do there as far as employment. You're more than likely gonna have to work in downtown or different parts of the county. Now let's get to the best and the worst things about the area. The best thing about the area, in my opinion, is that this is probably one of the nicest areas in Hamilton County, easily. If you like mountain views, almost anywhere you will live in this area, you're gonna have a view of some kind of mountain. It may not be like right on your backyard, but for the most part, you either get Lookout Mountain or Elder Mountain or any other small little hump or hills in the area. It's definitely beautiful. If you love that mountain view, it's awesome to live here. Another good thing is that, like I mentioned, you have this country feel, but you're right there next to downtown Chattanooga. You can easily, for restaurants or entertainment, or if you want to go to the hospital or anything like that, downtown is just 10 minutes away, which is great, but you're still kind of in the more country, more suburb type feel, which a lot of people are looking for that, but they don't want to be super far from downtown and everything that has to offer. Now, the worst thing about living in this area is the traffic. So in this area, you mainly have two ways to get in and out. One of the ways is a small road that you can go up to Lookout Mountain at the base and kind of go around things, but you still get traffic there because it's a small lane road and it still get congested. Really, the only way to get in and out is I-24, and that highway, like I've mentioned in different videos, is really where the traffic lies in the Chattanooga area. So what happens is that truckers come either from the south to Atlanta to get to Nashville, or they leave Nashville to get to Atlanta, and I-24 is essentially what connects them, right? So I-24 is where all the truckers pass. So honestly, around 8 to 9 a.m. or at 4:30 to 6-ish p.m., you're going to be in bumper to bumper, moving 5 miles per hour. And that is probably the worst thing about living in this area. I believe personally that if this didn't have that much traffic in this area, a lot more people would live there. But if that's something that does not bother you, then that's great. Everything else will probably appeal to you. If you like the outdoors, you want to have that mountain view and be out in nature and have all these trails and parks and things. But just know, anytime you're leaving this area, you're probably going to hit at least 5 to 10 minutes of traffic. If it's during rush hour in the morning or in the afternoon, you'll probably get 30 to 45 minutes of traffic, depending on the day and if there's any accidents. Well, that's today's video, guys. I hope I was able to inform you or give you more information about Lookout Valley. And it's an awesome place to live. It's beautiful. And don't let the traffic deter you, because a lot of people that I know live there and the traffic is not that bad. They say you get used to it and they just love that area. So if you love the mountain views and everything I talked about, this is definitely a place that you should consider living. So that being said, if I did not answer any questions in today's video, please feel free to reach out to me. If you're looking to move to Lookout Valley, to Uruwa, Hickson, Saudi Daisy, anywhere in this area, please feel free to reach out to me on the number on your screen. I would absolutely love to help you make the move to this beautiful city that we love so much. With that being said, take care and God bless.